So, item number 14. Andrew and John, welcome.
Kia ora, councillors. Just a quick intro. I'm taking it as read that you all know the building that we're talking about down on the bridge, wrapped at the moment. You know John. We've got Sam Roth, who's chair of the trust, who can answer any questions around their program of work and around in terms of the build and the trust's operations. John, for any questions around the terms and conditions associated to the loan. I'll just give you a quick bit of background. Work was priced in 2019, work commenced in 2020. Here we are at 2023, I guess, through all the unforeseen circumstances around COVID delays and the significant inflation adjustment that occurred as a consequence of that. So we're proposing that we support the work the Trust is doing to complete the job by providing a loan from existing budgets so that the Trust can carry on and hand the building back to the public, noting that some of the building will be occupied commercially and some of the building will be open to the public. So probably over to questions.
Okay. Moving or seconding? Hang on, right, Sam's prepared to move it, Tim's prepared to second it, sorry. Councillor McDonald and Councillor Scandrett, sorry. Stop doing this. Councillor Johansson, you have a question.
The question that was raised at the informal yesterday is can I get an understanding of all the costs? Like, is that going to be presented to us?
By cost, do you mean the build costs?
It's the ongoing. So when we did the agreement, there were a number of costs that we were incurring as a city, and all I've done is just ask for clarification around what we're funding and what we're not, just to understand the bigger picture. Right?
So the decision you previously made was to set aside the budget, or essentially allow the trust to utilise council's capital budget to do the restoration. Following the restoration, the trust take on the responsibilities of all the maintenance for 50 years.
Who's paying the rates?
I presume the rates itself,
Yep.
John?
Yeah, to answer those questions, we would have to go into PX. There's a PX attachment which talks about rates, insurance, and the operating costs of the facility. So we're.
Can I just clarify though, Phil? We've already had the discussion around the initial contribution. This is specifically on a loan to finish the project. So we've been there, done that on those initial contributions. I'm just not sure it's adding anything to the paper.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yep, no, understand. Yep. So this is just for $2 million more as a loan.
Yes, this is a loan.
Okay. So, any more questions? Right. Debate? Yes, Tim?
Yeah, any time you do up an old house, and I know I bought one, you kind of regret it after a while, thinking, oh, it would be nice to have a nice double glazed and everything, and then exactly, yeah, I feel your pain. But with the Takahe and the Kiwi, we've had, you go and see those buildings and you talk to the QSs and all things. They are really difficult after the earthquake, etc. But I have to say, and thank you for your team to show me around, but I think that the issues that they had with those buildings pale in comparison to what you and your team have had to do here. It's outstanding, and I do remember carrying the late Graham Condon into an event because there was no wheelchair access in there, and it's an amazing building, way back in the day, and it was so sad because the whole structure of the building, the whole beauty of the building was lost because of that situation. So I think you're doing an amazing job, and it's going to be an asset for the city, and that's what we're about. So I think.
And to have somebody, we should be grateful that someone has taken this on and are delivering such a quality product at the end of it. And it's heartening that there will be a couple of rooms, I think, open to the public to use and possibly hire, I don't know, but definitely use. So it's not going to be locked away, it's going to be open and accessible. And just rebuilding the chimneys and the cornices of the roofs and it goes on, but also the improvements and the resilience that it will have, and also the reduced operational costs that will be incurred going forward is just fantastic. So I can't wait for the opening. We'll see you up on the balcony, Mr. Mayor, and giving the speeches like they used to. And it's going to be such an asset for particularly that corner of the city there where we need that revival happening. It just needs activation. So I just want to thank you for an incredible job.
Councillor Fields.
I just support the things that have been said. It's a no-brainer for me. Like the approach is a proven one. It has yielded great benefits and will yield great benefits for our city. And I can think of at least one building in Littleton that would benefit from the same approach.
Councillor Barber.
Yeah, well, I'm going to fully support this too. I love the words "from existing budgets." I think that makes perfect sense. I think we're really privileged to have a group like this operating in our city who actually care about heritage places and who are able to work out a good partnership with us to progress the city. And I think it's really important not to underestimate the contribution that some organisations like yours make to our city, and so I'm fully supportive.
Councillor Peters.
Thank you. Yeah, I concur with those comments, and I really love to see this sort of partnership with community that this project is bringing, and to see the revitalisation of a truly iconic building in Christchurch to the level that you guys are doing it is just second to none. It's amazing. So thank you for what you're doing, and I really do applaud our staff as we find revolutionary ways almost to work with community. And we saw that at the jetty opening on the weekend, and we see it again here with this. And if we can find any other models around the city, and I can think of a couple out my way, which I'm sure we'll be coming to pretty soon, that we can partner with the community to give the community a chance to get what the community needs. So thank you for what you're doing, and I'm happy to support this today.
Thank you. Councillor Johansson, please.
I'm happy to support this. I would note that the question that was asked was not actually answered in PX, but I'm happy to make this decision today and get that information following the meeting. But this is we're really lucky to have this trust doing this work on this building to get it open. For so many years, it just sat there, mothballed basically. And I'm really excited about what's being done to this building and look forward to the day that it reopens, and possibly maybe we can have a council meeting in there one day like we have had in the past. And I can also think of other buildings, libraries in the south of the city, for example, that maybe could be a good goer for this sort of approach, right? This is, if you compare it to what we've just been through, actually this is a small increase comparatively. But I think this is a stunning building. It's an important building. It's really a gateway to so many places in our central city, and I look forward to the work continuing. And I think we're fortunate that this is a loan rather than a capital grant. Thank you for everyone for the work that they're doing on this project. I think it's a good way forward.
Thank you, Councillor Henstock.
Kia ora, thank you. Like my colleague, Councillor Barber, I also like the words "from existing budgets," and I'd like to thank staff for taking that approach to this particular project. Thank you to the work that you're doing for this in restoring this building. It really is, as Councillor Johansson has said, a gateway location on the edge of Cathedral Square. Councillor Johansson took my thunder. I also wanted to suggest that we should be planning to hold a council meeting back in the old chamber at some stage. I'd really love to see that happen. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So with that, I will put the motion. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Thank you very much. Carried. Good to go. Right.
Item 15.
Number 15.